Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and a place some of the game's immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this big red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Cornhuskers will put total leather and will get started. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Here's the handoff. Shakes off the tackle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Afterburners coming. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On second down, wants to throw. They're trying to get to him, and he just chucks it into the 4th row. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. And that is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Sampson. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And this is why it's so important, David, to get the run game going, because it sets up play action and gives them an opportunity to take these types of shots down the field.
And it's just so hard because as a defensive lineman, when you give the play action, I'm thinking run, I'm playing run, slows that pass rush down just enough and sucks those linebackers up, make those passing windows so much bigger. Nice job by the offense.
making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Fast motion from the offense. He's looking for an open man on second down. Throws to the tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Gets it out fast. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Oh, returns like that just swing the momentum. Almost took it to the house. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Gets it out quickly. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. back, they'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. Puts him in the spin cycle. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to pass. It's Sampson. Coming after him. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Going to the running game. And he could not get loose on the run.
And not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door first and goal.
The Canes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
To the ground with the back. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Sampson. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that pass picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the back. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Gives them some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. After run, now throw. Wide open, he makes the catch. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Looking for a man. It's Sampson. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. Or if I'm the other guys.
Oh, look out! He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and kicked it in gear. Got the long touchdown.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse, there hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, looking again to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The inside handoff. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 20. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and this is coach speaking. Very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down.
He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Huskers are on the move. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
To throw, it's Sampson. Pocket starts to collapse. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that D end getting that sack.
Right down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. He's got it.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Off play action on first down. Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Looking to throw, it's Sampson. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dances away from one. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Feeling some heat. Looking to scramble. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now on second and goal. Wants to throw. It's Sampson. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Husker. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
Miami, 31, Nebraska, 23.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Hand off from the shotgun. Still on his feet at the 45. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Sampson. Fires to the big fella. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Jennings. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Hurricanes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be knocked down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They get to him as he throws. Can find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Tosses it incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. They'll run play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. Hit as he throws. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quarterback extends the play. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Back to the air one more time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. At midfield, he's got room. He's off to the races. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And the stomping has commenced. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No.
He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking downfield, it's Sampson. This time he's got his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Trying to get to him. Catch in the middle, it's Estrada. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Going up top on 1st down. He slings it deep to the left. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
They'll try to get outside. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win,